Thank
Okay.
you.
Okay. Thank you. Okay. So, this one is already thinking like, maybe I should find something else to do. So there's this withholding your potential back because the market is already saturated. Maybe I should find something else. Then there's Mr. B, which is a category I lead with all pride.
Yeah.
So there's Mr. B who's like, oh, people have been complimenting me. And honestly, I think I've done uh a search within myself and I can see that maybe the gift God gave me has something connected with my voice. Okay, so what can I do? What field can I really venture into that would allow me to express and display this gift that God has given me? It's oh, TV presenting. Then the person goes and then searches, oh, the market indeed is saturated. But is there any other presenter who answers the name Stephanie Nicholas? No.
Absolutely.
There's probably Stephanie Okoye. Probably Stephanie White, but there is no Stephanie Nicholas, right? So it's a mindset that comes with confidence. So it's having confidence that even though there's a billion other people who are doing this thing, but there is no voice of Steph there. So I have to bring the it factor. The it factor is me. And another part, which I definitely am going to touch on, is the grace factor. But we're going to talk about that much later. I just, when we're wrapping up. So yeah. So bouncing back to your your question, yes, the mindset has always been that I am unique and there is no other person. There are billions of people in this world. There could be 10,000 people who look like Voice of Steph. If I had a twin who looks exactly like me, she can never be me, right? I mean, I ain't bragging, but there's just it. You understand me? So yeah, that's it. Fuck it. Yeah.
That makes a lot of. There is no other person bearing the name Stephanie Nicholas. In fact, everyone, everyone listening to this right now, I want you to say that to yourself right now. There is no other person bearing dot dot dot. Write your name there. Do you understand? There is no other person. There is no. Is it loud enough? People at the back, can you hear me? There is no other person bearing your name. You are unique. You are special. Thank you so much for sharing that. But then this just brings me to my next question, right? You, the story you've given to us, thank you for sharing that, just paints a rosy picture, bliss from start to finish. I'm sure that wasn't the case. There were days when you were down. There were days when, let's not even talk about the jobs that you were not getting, because as voiceover artists, it's no news that there are some days that some days are just dry, right? Aside that, as a person, of course, we face a lot of challenges in life, right? We face some personal issues. To be honest, currently I'm down. I'm a bit ill. But being here, I don't know. I was like, I mean, if I bail now, then why am I preaching this particular topic? It's a mindset thing, right? So I'm gonna show up regardless, right? Were there times like that? Was there a particular time that even stood out for you when it was just bad, but somehow, because you had a mindset like this, it helped you to still show up. It helped you to still do what you do. If there are such times, please let us know. I'm sure a lot of people will be able to resonate with that.
Okay. First of all, I hope you get well very soon.
Thank you.
Don't
I
mind.
will.
If it's malaria, if I find that mosquito, I'm gonna deal with it. But
It's
anyway, I
my
hope you get better soon.
even if I find a mosquito. Oh my God.
Okay. Okay. So yes, definitely. Okay, so story time. Still on my various stories. So it still kind of like goes back to when I opened that Instagram account, Steph underscore unique. I opened it with so much anticipation, so much what's the word now? I had a lot of expectation. I was hyped. My classmates then would say, Steph, if you do this thing that you used to do super, 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 BBC will call you, CNN will call you, you're just gonna do a lot of things. So I carried that, hyped vibe, the atmosphere. I carried that. I opened Instagram account. And what was I doing then? Then actually, I didn't even know voiceover was actually a thing. I didn't know it was actually a thing, right? So what was I doing on Step underscore unique? So obviously I loved the British accent. I watched a lot of I watched a lot of British movies, and all of that. So I was teaching people how to pronounce words using the British English. And even if I took my time, I put this content out, I'm teaching people because one thing that always guides whatever content I put out. I remembered when I was a teenager, I'd always pray to God. I said, Lord, many people have been given platforms and they impact people in the way they want to impact people. But what I want to do, I want to have such an impact on people that any content I upload does two things. It educates and it uplifts. Either way, it shall will tie people back to you. I just want to inspire people. I honestly just want to educate people. So I was like, okay, since I've not started the inspirational part, let me start the educational part. So I was teaching, I remember, oh God, you see how tiny I was? Then I was looking like a broomstick. Anyway, I remember then I would, see, you guys shouldn't mind me. I'm actually a very funny person. So I tend to be very dramatic. So I remember then I would have my small daughter and I bought marker, black marker. So I would write the letter O. I'll now be telling them like, this is how to pronounce the letter O. I'll now be saying O, not O, O. And I felt like I'm finally doing this thing. So some people would drop comments, and the comments were mostly from my friends back in school. Then one day I was scrolling through a recent video I just uploaded, and I saw one comment. The comment said, why is she even talking like that? Why is she sounding weird? At that moment, I sat with my maker and I asked him, Lord, are you sure this is my calling? Like, what if this is what is going through other people's mind, right? That till today, when I remember that comment, it just triggers something in me. I remembered how I stared at that comment. I read it, I clicked on the person's profile picture. I went through her page. And funny enough, okay, let me not go into detail of who she was, but I went through the comment and the comment didn't leave my head. It watered down um every atom of joy I had, excitement I had about what I was doing. And I remembered crying that day, and I was like, you know what, I'm going to take down this Instagram account. Maybe this is not even my calling. It's even true. How many people are doing this thing? Self, it's only me. Nigerians don't care about things like this and stuff. And just as I was about to take down my Instagram account, then I don't know, I don't even remember what stopped me, but I felt like I wanted to prove a point. Thank you, guy. I wanted to prove a point that if one comment can make me stop what I thought I was convinced I was supposed to do, the platform I was begging God for that I finally had, then what would happen when five people drop negative comments and I had just one positive comment? So I said, no, what? I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you real time. You're gonna learn. You're gonna learn. So I stayed on, I kept doing what I was doing, and then I discovered voiceover. So yes, that moment, to tie back to your question, that moment, just that comment was, I think if I had not listened to the Holy Spirit at that time, if I were not as convinced, pardon me, as I am about why I was doing what I was doing, there probably wouldn't be a Voice of Steph today. Who knows? I probably would have been doing something. Yeah, so yeah, definitely that was one time. One time I would always remember that made me question everything and made me want to rethink my direction. Yeah.
Um, Thank you for sharing that. You're making me a bit emotional. I can imagine. I know when I asked this question, I expected a bigger, I don't know why, but I had this bigger picture in mind, this bigger thing that happened in mind. But it just goes to show that even the littlest things, sometimes it's this, in fact, sometimes it's even the small things, the comments, someone could just say something that will resonate with you for such a long time. To think that you still think of that particular comment till today, just imagine. And then
Time. Yeah.
you standing on your feet in such a moment, well done. You did. I mean, imagine
Thank
you actually
you.
wouldn't have voice of what would life have been like without voice? Come on. Wow, guys, are listening, you guys know, you guys can relate. That one comment, that one thing you down, that wants to put you down, but
Yeah,
because of what you have, you stay at it. You stay. I'm
yeah.
so grateful so much for sharing that. Now, let's
Thank
go
you.
voiceover proper. Is there something you do that keeps this particular mindset burning? Is there a particular routine? Is there some recommendations you have? Is it, should we place it on our walls everywhere? Like, what is one we can do that you can recommend to us to keep that mindset alive, to keep it aflame?
Mm. Okay, so for me, right, I think I like to tell people, I don't know if it's very distinct, but kind of like I think it's very relatable to people in other fields. But for me personally, as a voiceover artist, so here's what happens with me. Um, okay, so during the time, the phase when I was pregnant, right, we were expecting, I stayed off social media like 110%. I couldn't do anything. I didn't want to do anything because it was a very private moment for us and everything. So in that moment, I remember one day when my husband, he was just playing around. He was like, "Oh babe, come on, teach me how to do this voiceover thing. Since you're not doing it, I'll be helping. They should bring it the job. Let me do it for you. I will do my voice like if you know that." So he brought one script and we were just practicing. He was like, "Ladies and gentlemen." I said, "No, babe, that's not how to do it. Inflection. Let me just give me the mic." And then I now said, "Lay no." Wait. And I said, "Ladies and gentlemen." At first I was like, wait oh, wait to do my voice. Because so hold on. So as a result of pregnancy, now pregnancy it's a gift from God, but at the same time, it's it it comes with a lot of changes. So for me, it changed the texture of my voice. So I remember I turned down a lot of gigs. I kept giving gigs out to people. Most of them were my students. I just kept giving it out because I was like, I don't want the clients to now hear this and think he's hey hi. So they'll now be asking what happened to Steph, and I don't now want the conversation to go into, oh, I'm actually pregnant, start explaining myself and all of that. So I said that to say this: if I get a job today, like you said, there's sometimes when you can stay a whole month and you don't get a gig, right? Let's not even pretend that like that doesn't happen. It happens. So when I do find myself in situations like that, it's easy for you to feel relaxed. Like, okay, I'm gonna keep doing what I'm doing. When I get a client, I'm gonna do that. But at the same time, I've also come to realize that voiceover is so delicate that for me personally, if I stay 1 week
Hmm.
1 week at the most, at the least, sorry, at the least, if I stay 1 week without practicing, without attempting to voice, to rehearse, and a job comes to me, you know what I have to start doing at that moment? I have to start going back to my Instagram, my TikTok, listening to my own voiceovers to remember how I sound. I don't know how to explain it, but I have to watch that voiceover artist, like see what they've been doing, listen to their voiceovers. Then when I've watched enough of it, the ginger comes back and I just turn on my computer and I'm like, ladies and gentlemen, I do my thing. So it had made me realize that voiceover as an art, as a craft, it is an art, it is a craft. It's something that you literally have to keep it in front of you like this, right? If you're someone who loves food, and if I check your TikTok, for example, I'm seeing a lot of food content. The more you focus on food content, let's be honest, if you focus on food content, you're seeing, hi guys, today we're gonna try this recipe, it's so great. And then tomorrow you're seeing how to make brownies. Tomorrow you're seeing, guys, this is the greatest seafood boil I've ever had. The more you feed on that food content, right? The next thing that's gonna come up to your mind, like, hey, are you sure I'm not gonna try one of these recipes? You start going to the market, you start sending people to the market, you want to try those recipes, and the next thing you start telling yourself, I think my new hobby is cooking. I think I love to cook. The voiceover is right there. It's gradually fading. It's taking the back seat. Food has come in. Before you know, you now start cooking, making content. You've become a chef. So the important thing is what I'm trying to say in summary is as a voiceover artist, one thing that I always do is to ensure I feed my mind with voiceover related content. I did it today, quite honestly. I did it today. I had to go on TikTok. I have some content that I've already bookmarked. I have some of mine as well. So I when I want to just get into my voiceover, atmospheric vibe, there ain't no such word as that, but I'm saying when I get into that vibe, I just have to go into voiceover, read a little voiceover thing. I get gingered and I hit my mic. And then if you want to have a conversation about that, it comes up just like that. So just like any other thing that you do, it's like a medical practitioner, a surgeon who hasn't operated on someone in a very long time. When he enters the theater, in as much as you say, oh, I spent years studying this course, it's gonna feel new, right? There's just going to be this feeling of it's quite been a while, not even quite a while, it's quite been a while, and you're just trying to reorient yourself on the things that you already know. So what I do is I like to um keep in touch with those that are very close to me. T code is one of them. I like to tell people, I tell people that in this industry, right, T code is like my bestie. I mean, aside to the fact that I disturb him a lot, he's my bestie. So when I want to talk about things, I'm like, T, pick up your phone, like I'm back again. He's like, hi Steph. I'm like, hey, so how do we do this thing? What do you think about this? Like, I just like to hear opinions, and then I'm on other people's pages on mine as well. So literally that's what I do. And I'm also saying this to the rest of you who are probably listening, especially if you are in this field. No, you cannot be an island. Eh? Hmm. You want to try it out, you're going to find out, but you cannot be an island because you need that constant inspiration. You need to be around people that are into this thing, that have been doing it, that are doing it and getting results. You need to feed your mind with content that would encourage you to do more. When you watch one person's content, an idea comes to your mind, a content idea comes to your mind, and you pick it up and you start doing your own thing. That's how I do it. If I feel like, oh, I haven't created content in a long time, which honestly I haven't, but I'm getting back to that. I was just last year was just my enjoy, childbirth and postpartum thingies, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, I'm definitely back to that. So when I want to start creating content, I just go on any social media platform that is habitual for me, and then I download a lot of voiceover related content. Yeah, so that's it.
Wow, wow. Okay. Wow. I mean, Lord knows. I said it prior to this webinar that ChatGPT won't give you this thing because I promise you they won't. This is real. And coming from someone with experience. I mean, on Voiceverse, we always preach this. Voice the scripts, do something, watch something, be a part of a webinar, be a part of a community. You can't be an island. Voice of Steph herself has said it. The voice of Steph, that is our mentor, that we're looking up to, is telling us now that you can't be an island. She's not doing this alone. Guys, grab your own party. I was saying before that if yeah, you should tell us where you're at so that you can connect with yourselves. It's very important that you do this. And don't just stop. Don't stop. Even for whatever reason, jobs are not coming. You can still practice. You can still watch. You can still learn. You can still expand your knowledge. Okay? Please, if there's nothing you've learned so far, please take that down and really implement it. Voice of Steph said it works for her. It's most likely going to work for you. Thank you so much for sharing that, Steph. We really, really appreciate it. Well, I'm going to enter a different, side of this, which still has to do with mindset, and it's the point of comparing yourself with others, right? Now,
Mm,
you said that, we have to be a part of communities. We have to reach out to people who are doing like us. Now, sometimes for some people, when you do that, what you're feeling is like, this person is doing so much. They've left me. Oh my God.
mm,
You're thinking, they've all left me. You were saying that your voice went off at some point. You had to
yeah.
give jobs to others. Probably you were still seeing people doing stuff online. Like, how does a person manage that particular line of thought, that emotion of comparing yourself with other voiceover artists? Is there any tip you have for that?
Um, I think comparison it's not just limited or specific to our field, right? I think in
True.
any field, honestly. And this is something this is
Hi,
something I like to
unmute. Thank you. Sorry.
yeah, it's fine. So this is something I think I have this conversation once in a while. I just say to my husband, I just tell him that
Vanya, please unmute yourself. Thank you.
that's fine. So I just tell my husband this. I say it a lot of times. I said I don't think there is anything anyone would ever do to make me be envious of them. It still ties back to the very first question you asked when we started this uh, about your mindset. It still ties back to today's topic, right? It's all about your mindset. And like I said, my answer to that was if you know that there is something unique about you, if you know that there is something you have to offer, if you are confident in the value that you have to bring to the table now, the table could be your industry, it could be your workplace, it could be a relationship, anything. But since we're talking about, career, what we're talking about is career related. When you have that confidence in who you are and what you can offer, trust me, like when you see someone doing better than you, the first thing that will come to your mind is admiration. So I can't even name one person that I can say, oh, I've ever looked at this person, I'm feeling envious of them. Honestly, I can't, because I'm better than that to be envious. And what envy does, sorry, I've been using the word envy. You talked about comparison, but they kind of like go hand in hand, because when you start comparing yourself, you start getting envious of that person or that thing that you're comparing yourself to. So what comparison does is it kind of like keeps you inside an enclosure, a prison. I like to call it a prison of the mind. Comparison is a prison that kills potential. It is a prison. His son is having a fun day, bro.
Honestly, Vanya, hi to your son. Say
I
hi to
can relate. So yeah, so comparison is it's a prison that keeps you from exploring your potential, from actually ever reaching your potential. I give you an example. Let's say I'm gonna use T code, like I said, like he's the person I'm closest to in the industry. So let's say, oh, when I was pregnant, I remember then I would see T code. I say, you have forgotten me. I mean, because I'm coming back. And T code will be like, Steph, don't worry. Once you come back, now everywhere. And I remember then when I was pregnant, I would go on social media and I would see like, oh, T code is doing a lot. I was telling my husband the other time, because my husband has heard T code. You say, is it T code? I say it is T code. We'll laugh about it and everything. So T code at that point, I feel like from that phase, he's been doing a lot. There was an award, I think it was the IP award or something, and then I wasn't able to go, so we were both nominated. I won it was it last year? Yes, last year, because I was pregnant then. So Tico was like, Steph, okay, he was offering to help me take the award in case I win. I told him, let me prophesy to you, you're gonna win this award. He said, Steph, you're whining me. I said, no, you're gonna win this award because honestly, you deserve it, right? I felt like if at that moment I had won that award, I'm not sure how I would feel about it, because I know within myself I really haven't been in the space like I used to, because I was going through a phase that needed that exclusion, that needed that privacy at that moment. So I was like, bro, like if this award goes to any other person other than T Code, I would feel really bad. So I told him, see, I'm speaking out of you, you're gonna get that award. And oh, Steph. And then at the end of the day, he got it. And when he got it, I was telling my husband, T Code
Goodbye,
won it.
nigga.
And he was like, I was like, T Code won it. T Code won it, and he was like, "Oh wow, well deserved." So imagine if at that moment what I was doing was, so T Code, while I was before I got pregnant, before I delivered, T Code was not really doing so much. T Code wasn't really on the spotlight. Now T Code is on the spotlight. I'm like, just because I'm not around. Okay. So how many followers? How many what has it done? How many awards have it? It could even won an international award. Hey God. You see, that keeps me somewhere. It says a lot about me. It Indirectly, it's me indirectly.
Yeah,
So it's me indirectly accepting the fact that this person can do better. Of course, the person can do better. I don't know the the figurative language to use to express this now, but let's just stick to the fact that it keeps you in a box. You will keep that award that person won. Tomorrow you say, okay, so he won this award. Next year I'm gonna win that award. You win that award next year. You will find something else. His voice is now thicker. I'm a lady, but I'm gonna make my voice thicker too. You will definitely keep finding like a lot of things. So comparison is a thief of joy. Is a thief of um what's the word now? Is a thief of your joy, is a thief of your uniqueness, is a thief of your value. Once you start comparing someone, your value starts dropping. You understand? So that's just the thing about comparison. So I always tell people, like, instead of comparing yourself with another person, admire the level that this person is at, and strive to get there or strive to do better, because you have the potential to do that. You understand me? So yeah, that's it.
wow. Thank you so much for sharing that. Wow. The first line of thought should be admiration. My mind is blown, truly. Imagine that is how you live your life. The second you see someone doing better, you admire them. You first look at them and clap for them and be happy for them. Thank you so much, Steph, for saying this
Oh,
and sharing this. I'm sure a lot of us even looking as far as Tico that is showing up more than we are, and then we're feeling bad, we're feeling down. Don't compare yourself. Like Guy Butler saying, don't compare, but admire them and strive to be like them. And it's true, having people around you, people who rub off on you it's key. It's very important. I'd like everyone here to try and do these things, honestly. I'm going to take a quick break and just shout out to everyone who's here. I can see each and every one of you, and I'm so grateful to have you here. Thank you so much for joining. I hope you've been
City
having
boy,
an.
city boy.
Although we've been having a lot of people unmute their mic and distract us. Vanya, say hello
Просто
to the
идем, сын пиздюк.
would appreciate it.
А иди диктуй.
Keep your mics
Then
muted.
you go with him. Then
Кто?
Uh,
you go with him.
okay, please keep your mics muted. We're going to speak at some point. I'm sure we have questions. We're going to do all of that in a bit, okay? So please, 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 okay? All right. Thank you very much for Steph. Thank you, Steph, for saying all that. Well, I'd like us to, summarize this, right? If you could summarize a winning mindset with one principle, if there's one thing everyone should take home, should sleep on, what would it be? Can you use a word or a phrase or a sentence, anything at all, to help us remember? Because I mean, there's been a lot of discussing and talking. We might forget the whole thing, but tell us one thing we should not forget, please.
okay. So at the end of the day, if there's anything to be taken home, is the fact that God has created billions of people. But if you still trail it back to the Bible, right? The Bible tells us that He knows the number of strands of hair on our head. And when you check two people's DNA, there's always a unique strand of DNA that you have that you can't find the exact in, even if you were triplets and you're like two of that people that look exactly like you. There is just that unique factor in you. So in whatever you do, whether you're a voiceover artist, whether you are a farmer, you are a tech bro or Texas, always remember that there is no one else like you. In the beginning we were saying There's no other Stephanie Nicholas. Oh boy, there could be like 10 other people answering Stephanie Nicholas in Lagos alone, but they are not me. Yeah, they are not me. So there could be someone
Points.
else answering Guy
Oh,
Greta, but they are not the Guy Greta that I know. You understand? So just embrace your uniqueness. Embrace the fact that you're unique and take it off from there. And it's gonna result to confidence, it's gonna result to some sort of pride is not the word, but let's just say confidence, right? And we all need a bit of confidence every day. Yeah.
Thank you. I was trying to say something. I was trying to say something like we're talking about being unique, but I mean, there's AI now, and honestly, AI has the emergence of AI and what it is doing now to voiceover, to the career of voiceover artists. Can one really still stand on that unique points with AI now?
Definitely. Definitely. So, um, I think it was yesterday. There's this app I'm not gonna mention, but yeah, it provides you with variety of voices that you can use to do anything you want to do and everything. And in as much as they sound very human, I still
Mm,
stand on the position of AI can never, never, never. One thing AI doesn't have is that human what's the word, dear Holy Spirit? The humanism. It can only try to sound human. But if I listen to something, if I listen to a narration and it's voiced by AI, there's gonna be a disconnection somehow. I'm just gonna know that you should say now human being voice this thing. AI doesn't have a soul. Dimachuku, thank you so much. Right? So it can only try to copy an instruction given to it, data that has been, tapped into it, but it doesn't have a soul. Humans have souls. I ain't even sure dogs have souls, honey, but humans have souls, right? And that's what makes us unique. It still boils back to the unique thing I was talking about. So, on the thing
mm,
of AI coming to take everybody's job, well,
mm.
for me as a voiceover artist, you can only try, but you can't do it like me, baby.
Yeah. Hey, I
Yeah, so
mean,
it still boils back to the whole unique thing that we're talking about at the end of the day. Yeah.
wow. Thank you, Steph, for saying that. Thank you. I mean, if you were scared before, you've heard it from Steph herself. You know, you are unique, and even AI can't copy you, can't be like you. And they can only try. They can only
Yeah.
try. Yeah. Thank you so much,
Amen.
Steph.
Plot cake. That's it.
Yeah,
Exactly. Thank you. Thank you so much for having me.
for, for doing
Thank you
justice
for
to that.
having me.
I'm sure some of us might have questions. So how we'll be doing this quickly is if you have a question, if you have there's something bothering you on this topic, especially on this topic and everything we've said so far, please, I would like a show of hands. Just raise your hand if you have something you'd like to say, and I'll take note of you and then let you speak. Okay? So please, if you have a question for us, if you have any question at all, now is your time. You might not, I mean, how many times would you see Voice of Steph and be able to ask her a question? You know what I mean. So if you have any question as regards to this topic, how to stay, you know, in that mindset, how to keep in that mindset, please now is the time to ask those questions. Oh, okay. Steph, I think it's safe to say that okay. I was gonna say you did, of course you did. You did justice to the topic, so I wasn't seeing any hands, but yeah, I think I've seen a hand. Only the Mala is
Oh,
raised.
okay.
Is there anyone else who would like to ask anything at all? Now is the time. Uh, all right, all right, all right. Okay, I guess we just have one question from Oyindamola. Oyindamola, if you can hear me, please unmute and let's hear what you have to say.
Good evening. Hi.
Hi.
Hi. Good evening.
I have two questions though. Hopefully it relates to what you spoke about. So the first one, I completely agree and understand that AI can't replace voiceover actors. But I also see AI as like an assistant or a helping hand. more like a help than a replacement. So I'd like to ask, in what way can AI help voiceover artists? Because we cannot just ignore the fact that AI is here and not use it at all. So how can voiceover artists like use AI for their own benefit? And the second one is what do you do when you reach out to brands and they don't reply or something? Because as a voiceover artist, you don't expect brands to come and meet you all the time. There's times where you have to reach out to them yourself to show that, oh, and show them this is what you're able to do, especially when you're sure that your voice, not overconfident, but you are sure that your voice actually fits what they want. But then over the years, it doesn't work out.
Okay, thank you so much for asking, Indamola. Steph, would you like to do justice to that? The first question being
Sure.
how we can use AI to our advantage, even though it won't be replacing us.
Okay. So, can I just call you Oyin because I don't want to murder the name.
Sure, no
So I'll
problem.
refer to you as Zanu. Zanu, right?
Yes, Zanu.
Zanu. Okay. So the fact that AI definitely is an assistant is an indisputable fact. No one is saying that AI is bad. I never said AI was bad. I'm just saying like in regards in relation to the question that was asked thrown to me by the host, right? So as a voiceover artist, in what ways can I utilize AI to my advantage? I'm thinking. Hmm. So you have the very common one, ChatGPT, right? So when you said definitely AI is an assistant, we have ChatGPT, for example. I don't want to say this one. It's a conversation I had with T Code one day. I was telling him what I was doing with ChatGPT, and I was like, if ChatGPT could actually talk out of its own mind, he would say, "Yeah, this man, you have, it's okay for you." But as a voiceover artist, I mean, when you're thinking of demos, right? Voiceover artists, definitely you need your demos. And some of us have issues with scripting. So we're not really good at scripting. I think is what a lot of people are doing now. You can definitely, depending on what prompt you key into ChatGPT, for example, it's going to help you to draft scripts and you can use the script to run your demos or do anything. AI could also help in several ways as a voiceover artist. I mean, what I do is if I need links to anything, I really don't have the strength to start going to Google or, searching for it myself. I just tell ChatGPT, hey, this is what I'm looking for. Give me like 10 links I can get to watch this. And AI can actually help with tips, right? If you're saying like, oh, hi, ChatGPT, I'm having an issue with the fact that I my voice sounds coarse or sounds a certain way. How do I work on that? Trust me, the answers you're looking for are gonna be there. They're gonna be there, I'm not gonna lie. The only thing now is that if you're not someone who is I tend not to be satisfied with just reading, getting answers, like reading them. I prefer to actually have a real human being talk to me, right? But if I'm watching a video and the video is saying, oh, if you're going to feel like this, it's better for me. So what AI could do is maybe, like I said, give you links to videos or exercises you could do to relax your voice or soften it up a little bit. So these are just a few. Don't want to go into details, right? To your second question, oh yes, you can also use AI to find various websites where you can get gigs and jobs. I'm sure Tikud is a baba on this one. He's a pro at this one because he's at the forefront of that. So just to mention a few. Then your second question, reaching out to brands, right? Okay, so on a personal level, I don't reach out to brands. That was something I did when I was starting out. And I think it is something that maybe 9 out of 10 voiceover artists right now would tell you that they did when they were starting out. So no problem with that at all, right? But if you're saying, oh, Steph, like I've been reaching out to brands and they're not getting back to me, am I doing something wrong? The question is one, what do you have on your social media your page? If you're reaching out to them via Instagram, for example, and you drop a link in the email, tell them, hey, this is my Instagram handle, or you just drop one demo, this is what I sound like. They probably would want to go through your Instagram. And when they go through your Instagram, they don't find tangibles content to show off
Yeah.
what you can do, that's going to be a problem. Another thing is most of these brands work through agencies, right? Big brands like MTN, for example. Will not is you don't expect because you went to MTN's Instagram account and you sent them a DM like, "Hi, in case you need a voiceover artist, I'm here for you." Yeah, they may not respond. They're probably going to give you an automated response. I tell you, oh, if you have a complaint, please send an email to this place. So yeah, those big brands usually work through agencies. So it's finding someone who knows someone who is inside or connected to someone who works in the agency that contracts these jobs out on behalf of MTN. So no brands, but I don't know, things are changing these days. I mean, when you go on TikTok, you see people like there's this lady who made a jingle for uh Dr. Pepper, right? So
Yeah.
things like that, you go on TikTok, yeah, you go on TikTok and you see people like, hey guys, help me tag these people in the comment section. This is what I have for them. And before you blink, not just that brand that they were targeting, other brands, and then they pick it up from there. So things really are changing. But to the best of my knowledge, most of these brands work through agencies. Here in Nigeria, Sha, that's what I know. Because if you try that Dr. Pepper thing, I don't know. Maybe we should try our own and tag maybe one of those drink brands and say we have a song for you and see what happens. Because Nigerians have a way of, if Nigerians mean you for good, they're definitely going to help you, push you. If they mean you for bad, I'm so sorry for you. So yeah, uh, ensure you have voiceover related content on your page. Ensure you have neatly, professionally done demos. I am not saying demos as per use your phone and enter your wardrobe or your bathroom and say, "Oh my gosh, hi!" And I'm hearing, sounds and it's not clean. You now send it to a client and say, "Try me, try me. You're not gonna regret it." That's not gonna work out, honey. Like you need professionally done demos because there is a bar you have to set. There's a standard you have to set to let these people know that whatever I'm offering you, it's going to be professional. I'm not an amateur. I'm not just learning. I'm not a beginner. I've been doing this for years. So most of them would also want to see other brands that you've worked with as well. In a unique case where the person is just starting, I don't know why you're reaching out to brands, but I mean, put something out first, right? Use ChatGPT, create fictitious scripts about a fictional brand or a product. Release it, go to the studio, do an actual work, release a demo, add instrumentals, do your thing, and then pray, right? Pray and hang on to that cliff of grace. That grace is
Mm.
gonna find you. So that's very important. Thank you. You see,
Uh,
when I told you that I don't answer questions like directly straight on, I meant it because that's just how I am. So I hope I haven't taken any of the time.
no, no, no. So I
Okay.
think it
Okay.
was for thumbs up. So I believe you've done justice to the question. Thank you so
Oh,
much for that. Yeah.
thank you.
All right. We really appreciate it. Thank you. Dear Machika, I don't know why your hand is raised. I hope it's not for a question because, I mean, I asked before, so I don't know if I should. I really want to overlook, but because I have Jesus in my heart, please unmute and let's hear you quickly, please. Or maybe it's a mistake. Okay.
Maybe it's a mistake. Maybe she was just trying to say hallelujah to something I said then.
It's not a mistake. Sorry, it's not a mistake. It's my network. So thank you very much, Voice of Steve. We're very, very happy to have you, and I'm so grateful that most of the question that you're answering it in story format. It's a very, very good thing. And at least everybody can learn from the experience. After all, experience is the best teacher. On that basis, you see, the same way he doesn't like to answer questions straightforward. Me, I don't want to ask you this question now straightforward. It's not even like a question. It's an analogy. It's like an
Okay.
analogy. Let me, yes. So I am a let us call me a girl now. I'm not Shimio. I'm not Shim. Let's just say I am a I am a female voiceover actor like you. Oh no,
Yeah,
Scala, I'm a male voiceover actor. So that there will be before people will start saying this one is calling himself a she. I'm a he. So
yeah,
I'm a he
yeah. I
now.
feel you.
Now yes, exactly. And I unleash out to like I'm trying my best as a voice actor. I'm doing my best to be good, and I'm not yet there, but I'm trying really much to be very, very good. Then after like 1 year of putting in work, my mindset shifts. I know that I'm good. Like I know that I have the potential to be very, very good, but I doesn't put the I doesn't put the necessary work to it. In the sense that Steph is very good. I know that in my mind, like Steph have told me, I'm very good. But deep down, if I tell myself the truth, I'm not that good. You understand? Now, I'm trying to make reference to the mindset before Mike. Some people focus so much on the mindset, I'm good. But they're not that good. And it will not be paining them when you tell them, you're not that good, you need more training. It will not be as if you are deflating their confidence. So now I'm that guy now. I'm good, but I'm not that good. And if you tell me now that, how will you tell me now that I'm not that good, but I should still maintain my confidence and go and look for more ways to better myself as a voice actor without necessarily making the mindset shift negatively and still maintain the
Mm,
positive mindset and
mm,
outlook of a voice actor that is glowing and, of course, trying
mm,
to develop?
mm. Okay. Dima, I understand the question you're asking. So there's such a thing, um, there's such a thing as constructive criticism, right? I don't know. Most of us have watched some of these talent show. Let's use Nigerian Idol, for lack of any other one coming to my mind right now. So when you watch Nigerian Idol, for example, there are judges who are going to judge talents that come up to display. Now, let's say you, Dima, you believe that your talent, your God-given talent is singing and you want to sing. So you come to this very prestigious platform to showcase the talent that God has given you. There are three kinds of judges. There is one that will outrightly tell you, like, guy, do you think we are joking here? What is this? Like, just go and find something else to do. We've watched them, right? We've watched some of those episodes where they just totally watered the person down. And the person now goes like, Chai, this person said I should think going to carpentry work or something else, that this is not my calling. But deep inside, I know this is what I'm called to do. Then there's another judge who will just be looking at the person and just shake their head, has nothing to say. Then there's a third judge who would say, your vocal texture is nice. There's something crisp about your vocal texture, but I think you need more work, right? I can see the future if you take the path of getting proper training, going to a music school, for example, um, getting the service of a musical instructor or voice coach or something. I think I can see a bright light in your nearest future. So I think you should go back and work on your voice. I think you should put in more work. That is what we call constructive criticism, right? It's different from you coming to me now, Dima, Steph, I'm a voiceover artist, and I'm like, oh, I'm never gonna tell you you are not good. You are not good is it's too direct and too harsh, right? So what I'm looking for is not, you may not even deliver the script the way I know you're supposed to do it, but if I hear your delivery, I can tell this guy has the voice. You have the voice. You have an idea of what this is supposed to sound like, but you're not quite there yet. So what am I gonna do? I'm gonna tell you, Dinma, the potential is there, but I think you need more training. And now it now depends on how you receive the criticism that I've given you, right? It's either you now say, so what Voice of Steph is trying to say is I'm not good, that she's better than me, or voiceover is not my calling. There are people like that. And then you can either now say, oh, thank you so much for your feedback. I appreciate it. Are you having your training anytime soon? Can I register? Can I be onboarded? Or do you have anyone, if you can't coach me right now, do you have anyone you can recommend I can, be coached by? It's still about the mindset. So it's if the response you get from the person you're looking up to that gives you the feedback makes your mindset shift. Just remember the example I gave when I said in my Instagram, that one comment that almost made me delete my Instagram account. But I was confident about what I can offer. So, Dima, if you're confident about the gift you have, which is your voice, then what you would do is to find feedback, honest feedback. What do you think I should do? Oh, go and work on your voice. Thank you so much. What are you going to do? You're going to go watch more movies, get more training, find a coach, do your thing, come back again and say, hey, it's been so weeks, it's been so months. Last year I messaged you, I'm back again. Oh, please listen to this and tell me what you think. Definitely, if you've been working on yourself, there's definitely going to be an improvement. So I don't know if this answered your question. You see the way you give me the question, I've given it back to you. You are doing like this. Me too, I've done my own like this. I'm giving it back.
Like accolades. Got exactly what I asked, and that's,
Yeah,
I think what is that it still depend on your mindset, which means as a
exactly.
voice talent, even when you are confident in your ability, you should also be humble enough to
Hmm.
receive collection. So confidence plus
Yes,
humility is the making of a star. Thank you very much.
you're very welcome, Dima. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Dimma. Ichie Dimmazi Dimma. He's a community member.
Mazi.
That. Thank you so much for your question. Really, I'm sure it has, impacted someone. Steph, where can I appreciate?
Yeah.
Where can I see you from you being here? Thank you for spending this time with us. Before
Thank
I
you.
let you know, are there anything we should expect from you? Is there something coming up you'd like to share? This is a room filled with voiceover artists. Anything at all, please let us know.
Okay, so yes, so we have the 5 days of intensive voiceover training for beginners. Now, this one is for not just for beginners who are just amateurs who have no idea what voiceover is all about. It's for them, and it's also for um people who have been practicing voiceover. But like I said, one thing about voiceover is you can attend as much trainings, as possible. You need to keep it in front of you. Like you need to learn new knowledge. So this training, it holds for 5 days. It's taking place in March from the 24th to 28th of March 2026. Is the first edition for this year. And in general, this is going to be our sixth edition. So far, we've trained like more than 200 plus people, and a few of them are actually really doing well. So if you've been looking for a platform to learn voiceover, I'm going to take you through the actual foundation of voiceover. So we're not rushing you. It's an in-depth training. It's very deep. It's intensive, like the name says, 5 days of intensive voiceover training. Registration is currently ongoing, and registration would close. I don't know. The information is on the flyer. You can either see that on Voice of Steph on Instagram or Viewers Academy. So yeah, that's coming up. And I mean, we have a lot of things that we're working on the ground, but I don't want to let the cat out of the bag. But yeah, a lot of you are gonna love it. We're working on a lot, aside the training, and obviously we're gonna have our masterclass training. That will be my first physical on-site training, right? It's gonna be very intensive, but that's gonna come later on in June, right? We're gonna have the first one in the first half of the year and the second half of the year as well. So, but that's like still in the works. But for now, this one is for beginners. So if you know someone who people have been telling, oh, you have a good voice, you have someone that you always tell the person that your voice is nice, I think you should do this. This is the training for that person and for you as well. We learn every day. So you're welcome to register. Registration is currently ongoing, so feel free. Yeah.
Thank you so much for saying that. I mean, I'm an alumni of Voice of Steph Academy. Yes. One of the first trainings I ever took was like trust me, if you you know, sometimes you know you need this training. If
Yeah,
you
you
know
you
in
you
your heart
understand.
of hearts that you need training, like the best, you know, like she explained, it's intensive. It's that's it. Like my notes from that particular one, it's my go-to till date. So if you need this training or you know someone who does, quickly rush and see more details in her on her Instagram, Voice of Steph on her
Oh
Instagram,
yes.
or Voice of
Oh
Steph
yeah. Sorry,
Academy.
sorry to cut you
Go
short.
there and
Sorry to cut you short. This one for this edition, the first edition for this year. So, before would have like three other facilitators. So, we had to think of how to restructure the training in such a way that it is more personalized. So this year it's just gonna be me and T Code, and I'm so excited. I think from all the editions we've had so far, this one excites me the most because it's just me and it's just T code. So be rest assured that it's gonna feel like a one-on-one coaching. It's gonna give one-on-one coaching vibes. You know what I'm saying? So I'm really excited about this one. Yeah, so T code is on this one with me. It's just Voice of Steph and T code. So you don't have to worry about, oh, today I'm going to see a different face. Oh, tomorrow I'm going to hear a different analogy. So it's just two of us. And we've selected the topics that we are gonna teach for this training. So we are going in depth, like we're literally digging into the foundation of voiceover. So anyone who goes through this training, rest assured, you can say, I know what voiceover is all about. I can, in fact, I can even start beginning to try to attempt, voiceover. So yeah, definitely. This one is T Code and I on this. So if you know T Code is a teacher, Abba teacher. So I'm really excited to have him on this one. Yeah, that's all. Oh, thank you, guy. Okay, okay. I don't know if
it's
she's
everything,
still here.
everything Voice of Steph said, everything said. Yeah, Tico, if you're here, Tico is our CEO, by the way. Let's give him a chance to talk to us.
Hi,
Uh,
hi, hi.
Hi, Tico.
Hello.
Uh, there goes. Guys, ladies, Tico.
Yay. Well done. Thank you so much for handling this view. And an immense gratitude goes to Voice of Steph. Steph, you're an amazing person. It's been obvious since day one. And I'm not surprised. Like, it's never surprising to see that she is the voice of Steph, right? So thank you for sharing this with us. I've always known that for us to succeed in anything we do, it's beyond the talent, it's about the mindset. And that's what I keep trying to preach to people, the mindset. Do you
Mm.
understand? As a man thinks in his mind, in his heart, so he is. You get so I couldn't find a better person to discuss this with the entire community, being that Steph, I literally saw Steph start and from where she was to where she is right now. Steph is the winner of the first ever voiceover artist of the year at APVA. That's the African Podcast and Voice Awards. This was in 2022 when we just started the awards. I remember interviewing her on my podcast. Like, we go way back, and she's done so many things. So this is for everybody listening. You need to upgrade your mind. Nothing is impossible. See, I know sometimes when I listen to certain people's voices, it's not aspire to perspire. You need to put in the work, like literally put in the work. But again, it starts from your mind. If you see yourself as the best, then you ask yourself, people who are on top of their game, what do they do? They consistently practice, they coach. Steph said it here. If she goes a week without voicing, you know, I don't, guy, I've been voicing back to, there's no week in the last I can't count how many years now that I have not voiced something. It's years. So please, guys, let's start from here. All the trainings will come. I've trained many people, and I've seen a lot of people get trained and they don't yield results. The major traits with everyone who yields results that I have seen is their mindsets. Do you understand? Give me 10 super talented voice actors and give me one voice actor that is not super, but just small talented, but has a better mindset than the rest of them. You see that one? I can promise you is going to beat the others. I can't promise. So again, it's the mindset, guys. Fix it over here. And your voice is unique. Stop comparing yourself to another person. Steph's voice is Steph's. There are many. By the way, Dima is here, so he's having fun in the studio. There are many voiceover artists with many voices. Have you heard Stephanie Obey, vocal expressionist? Have you heard Christian Lamba? Have you heard what's her name? Oiza. There are lots of amazing voices. Have you heard Eniola Keshiro? Have you heard Sarah Johnson? Have you heard Sheyi Ajagbe? There are a lot of female voiceover artists. So if you just think that Omo, I don't do it in Steph do like this, you're on your own. No, your voice is unique to you. Do you understand? Do you understand? Last, if you don't even enjoy your voice, you remember, see, beauty is in the eyes of the what? Beholder. You understand? Monkey no fine, but in mama, like, see, just psych yourself. Just tell yourself, say, oh, this thing will carry make sense. Person like calm. Do you understand? Just be delusional, if I can use that word. Like yourself, love your voice. Tell yourself that your voice is the best thing after sliced bread. All those, I don't like the sound of my voice. I don't like, forget it. You see that voice? Don't look at like this. Say this voice. I know say, be say a sweet finish, but this voice is $1 billion voice. I'm telling you guys, it sounds like we're just trying to. No, that's the key. That's the key. Then you start looking for the things you need to do to make sure that that voice is not $1 billion voice. But if you cannot say $1 billion voice in your voice, your brain got the reason say, oh, this voice no sweet. It kills every form of creativity that can elevate that voice. She gets now. You understand? Just you get it. I'm not going to talk
Yes.
again. Steph has finished the entire everything. Everything.
Okay. You're not the host. Take it easy. Bring it down. Bring it down. Thank you so much for saying that. Thank you. Really appreciate it. And thank you for putting this together. Thank you for bringing Voice of Steph to come and give us these ginger that we need, right? And thank you for everything. Yeah, really appreciate it. I mean, guys, if you've not been impacted, honestly, I don't know again. If you're not feeling the fire I'm feeling, that me myself I'm feeling, right? And if you think it ends here, then you are wrong. Yes, my brothers and sisters in the Lord, it does not end here. This is not one of those webinars that you just attend and then that's it. Of course not. If you were not here in the beginning, I was saying that this was put together by Voiceverse NG. Voiceverse NG, a community of voiceover artists, right? That just come together and share everything together, literally, right? So what we do here, this webinar is one of many to come. There will be so many more coming. Please tell others that from time to time, we're going to be seeing more and more webinars with amazing topics. You'll be seeing more hosts, amazing people come on here to speak with us, to share ideas with us. And aside that, what we also do on a weekly basis, because like we've heard earlier, you cannot be an island, you have to relate. Okay, so I actually do this thing, we do this thing together on a weekly basis. We talk, we gist, we discuss, we share ideas, we share jobs. Literally, you can't be alone. Oh, come and join people that are doing it well. Come and join people who help each other, who are willing to share their knowledge. Okay, so please, if you're not a part of us, what you need to do is simply go to voiceverseng.com and join. Try just find a place there. If you log on there, the rest is easy, right? Just join us, join our WhatsApp group, and from there you get all the information that you need. There are so many OGs on this particular platform. That's Voiceverse NG. So many OGs are a part of us, and we keep having more people join us every single day. So please, if you're not a part of us yet, do well to be a part of us. Now, after this particular webinar, the next thing you'll be seeing from us is our clubhouse meetings. We have clubhouse meetings, we have X meetings, right? Where we still come together like this and discuss. So please just join our group chat and stay informed, stay alert, stay up to date, okay? All right. Thank you all so much for being here. I like the timing and everything. We didn't take too much time, and I believe everyone has felt something, has had their mindsets shaped differently, shaped better, at this point in time. So please feel free to appreciate everyone. You're free to unmute now, say thank you, say all the thank yous and everything. I don't know, Tika, do you have anything else for us?
Okay, nothing really. I'll just say that this webinar will be happening monthly now, so you guys watch out for the webinar. Also, would love that you engage with our post. We have other things we are planning. For instance, over the week, I realized that there were some voiceovers that people attempted to do with Jamaldine's challenge, right? So we would love to continue that. And trust me, we would be giving reviews, perhaps this evening on the platform, on the community. We're going to have a drive, a Google Drive, so you guys can upload your voiceovers there so that we'll listen and give you feedback on the voiceovers. So that's it. That's all for tonight for me. Thank you so much, Phil. Over to you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. All right. Thank you all so much for being here and staying till the end. I really appreciate it. Feel free to unmute. Oyindamola, is that a mistake? Why is your hand raised? Would you like to say something?
It's not a mistake. It's not a mistake. I just wanted to confirm with C code if based on the because I attended one like that. I think I attended an in-house competition where C code was also the judge. I'd like to clarify or to be sure if the same rules is the same, like the rules are the same regarding this one too. Although it's not a competition though, it's just like a normal feedback based on you don't have to like do it in a studio or something like that. You don't have to have a special equipment, and you don't need to add music to your assignments.
Okay, a good question. So basically, it's not the competition type. Of course, I know the one you're talking about. It's just gonna be your voiceover. I will be judging you based on your performance, not audio wise. Although I don't know, I may say one or two things on that, or based on your performance. Really, the point is we want to make sure that as a community we help people to grow. Now, I'll say this: a lot of people come into my DM every day asking for advice, this and that. I can't respond to everybody. So the community is the place where I rather give my priority, right? So if you even have voiceover questions, drop it in the community. I'll respond to it. If you do those voiceovers, they'll be like, oh, Tiko, can you listen to this for me? I may not be able to do that. Moving on, we would rather have like a script that everybody in the community can jump on, and I'll try to review as many as I can. I can't do everything, to be honest. And one last thing is that expect from me a mentorship program coming soon. I do mentorship programs once in a while, and that is like a one-on-one session where for at least 5 to 6 weeks, we can have time to look at your voice over a career, from your performance to the business and everything. You can come to the studio, we can practice with the mics and everything, and I give you real life feedback. So I'll be dropping more details about that next week, so you can look out for that. Plus, I still have my online course. It's a virtual online course. It's called From Beginners to Pro Voice Actor. So anybody here just about any voiceover artist can go purchase the course. It's self-paced, so everything that I'll teach has been recorded there. Just purchase it. Check the link on my bio on Instagram, and you can purchase the course for yourself. So that's it.
All right. Thank you so much. Okay. And I'll add again, if you can join the group, you can throw any of these questions you have, just ask, and there's someone ready to respond to you. Okay. You don't have to do this on your own at all. So please join us. In fact, speaking of feedback and everything, on Wednesday, we do Clubhouse meetings, right? And sometimes we do what we call Script Grind Wednesday, where you have live feedback from scripts that you will read. So join the group. I can't say enough again. I can't say that's it. End. Period. Okay. All right. Thank you all so much for being here. Feel free to unmute and say your good nights and say your thank yous. And yeah, see you next time.
Thank
Bye.
you, Tito. Thank you, Voice of Steph. Thank you, Theo. Thank you, everyone. Bye, guys.
Good night. Thank you. All right.